Hello, check. All right, people. Finally, we are live back again. Welcome to the live session, everyone. And if I'm audible and visible, please write here in the chat box. You know the drill, yes? और बताओ भाई क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में? Coolio. चलो बढ़िया है. Lots of yo's in the chat box. बढ़िया. People, how are your exams going for those of you who are taking the JE right now? All going good, I hope. Nitin, that is a good question, man. Even I'm trying to figure out the same thing. I just hope this consistency sort of stays. Because lighting missing लग रही है क्या? थोड़ा brightness बढ़ाओ अपनी side से. Just increase the brightness a little. Yeah, man, again a bad mustache day. See? ये भी होता है. शिवाजी, yeah man, 5-liter bottle of Bisleri. अपन छोटे काम नहीं करते. और बताओ दोस्तों क्या चल रहा है? Lighting यार, so in the last live session I had noticed that when I was moving my hands around there were a lot of trails, you know. ऐसा हाथ ऐसे किया तो पूरा 50 हाथ दिखा. That was happening in the last live session. So this time around I tried to fiddle with the settings. Now this camera, this doesn't have a lot of settings, and all the settings that it does have are controlled by software. Hardware wise it's just pumping in just one image, yeah. So that's why it doesn't have a lot of wiggle room. So I had to turn it to a setting where the lighting is okay and also the motion needs to be okay. So it's sort of a balance between both. I'm sure in the next 5 minutes you'll get used to the way I'm looking. Nitin, man, just going on, buddy. Preparing for the long ride. उसी के चक्कर में लगा हूँ यार बहुत टाइम से. आज भी सारा दिन उसके चक्कर में घूमता रहा मैं बाजार में. And all of them who are yet to take their examination, all the best. And anyway, a lot of you will have the second attempt later on, right? July में कभी तो उसके लिए भी all the best to all of you. Suyash is asking, sir, how to lose weight. Suyash, basically, you should research on the idea of a calorie deficit. Okay, it's important that while you maintain a calorie deficit, you are working out and you are getting enough protein for your body. There are lots and lots of strength training, bodybuilding, powerlifting channels out there that give good advice on how to lose weight. Okay, and I suggest you to go and try that. Basic rule of thumb is be in a calorie deficit, and you should maintain at least 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. So let's say your body weight is 70 kilograms. You need to eat twice that in grams protein. So if your body weight is 70 kilograms, you need to eat around 140 grams of protein every day, while you also do strength training workouts. That's the best way to lose weight in the long run. Okay, every other way will help you lose weight. You will become thin for some time and then you will gain the weight back again. Why? Because when you build muscle is dense, muscle looks good, and muscle increases the metabolism of your body. So faster metabolism implies more food you eat, lesser it'll make you fat. Get the idea? Cool. नैतिक बढ़िया भाई, करो याद करो, काम आ जाएगा वो, देखना एग्जाम में. Namish is saying, so why are Indian parents always busy in comparing peers? Because that's how they've been trained, I think. उनकी भी गलती नहीं है, but it seems like that's the way they've been trained. And you know, nowadays we have the internet and the awareness of how to talk to people, how to interact with people. Back in their day, they didn't have so many avenues of interaction with more and more people, and they didn't have so many sources of information telling them what's good, what's bad, how to converse with other people, etc. So that's why some people from the older generation still lack communication skills. But whatever they say it in a way so that you get motivated. Okay, that's their way of trying to get you motivated to do something good. So again, it pinches for a little bit, but eventually I think you'll be fine. ठीक है, तो ज़्यादा सोचो मत, बस ऐसा सोच लो कि क्योंकि आपका भला चाहते हैं वो, तभी बोल रहे हैं. Science Priya might have changed this position from here to here, but nothing special happening. Manu is asking, sir, how to kill burnout, studying loads, hours every day, trying to maintain consistency, but mind gets choked and blah. Bro, the exam is very close, right? So once you are done with the examination, you don't have to study anymore. So थोड़े time के लिए तो push करना ही पड़ेगा ना अभी, है कि नहीं? For a little while, I think pushing yourself is not a bad idea. Sanjay is saying, sir, you look slim nowadays doing workouts. Bro, I have no idea why I look slim, because in real life I'm not slim anymore. I used to be a couple of years back, but now I'm not slim. Let's put it that way. So हो सकता है वो लाइटिंग वाइटिंग की वजह से, कैमरा की वजह से थोड़ा मैं पतला लग रहा हूँगा, बट अदरवाइज आई एम नॉट थिन. अरे यार, आज मूंछों को क्या हुआ भाई, ये सेट ही नहीं होती कभी कभी ना ये. ओहो, मंथन भैया हमारी हाइट पूछ रहे हैं. भाई ये बताओ, हाइट जान के करोगे क्या? हाइट हम बता देंगे, बट आप जान के करोगे क्या? तो वो बात हो गई ना. सर आपका रंग क्या है, सर आपकी कद काठी क्या है, सर आपकी सैलरी क्या है, ऐसे सवाल पूछे थोड़ी जाते हैं दोस्त. Shivaji Sahib is asking, when's your next ride? Tomorrow or day after. I'm planning to start a very long ride. It's gonna be a month or 2 months of me just on the road, riding almost every day, going different places. So hopefully it's fun. धनुष अभी डेस्टिनेशन जैसे कुछ खास प्लान नहीं है. नॉर्थ की तरफ जाऊंगा. आई विल टेक द कन्याकुमारी टू कश्मीर हाईवे, so which passes through cities like Hyderabad, Nagpur, and then I might take a detour, go to Agra. That's just some idea that I have in my mind for now. From P saying अभी को पूछेगा शादी कब हो रही है. Exactly, वो 4-5 क्वेश्चन तो हर बार आते ही है. थैंकफुली सैलरी वाला पूछना छोड़ दिया लोगों ने जब से मैंने नौकरी छोड़ी है, नहीं तो वो भी नहीं हटती थी जनता. मनु ब्रो, अगर 2023 एस्पिरेंट हो तो 1-2 दिन का ब्रेक ले लो, एंड मेक श्योर यू डोंट बर्न योर सेल्फ आउट मैन. इफ यू आर ऑलवेज बर्निंग योर सेल्फ आउट, देन एज यू सेड योर ब्रेन विल ब्लास्ट. सो डोंट बर्न योर सेल्फ आउट, लीव अ लिटिल रूम. You can't overeat food every day, right? Otherwise your stomach will blast. You eat a little lesser than overeating. Getting what I'm saying? वो burnout level से थोड़ा कम मेहनत करो, ज़्यादा देर तक मेहनत कर पाओगे. Okay? Hey, acoustic BBX, that's a very good question, man, and I was somewhere in the same boat as yours some time back. यार देखो ऐसा है, I sitting over here can't judge how good or how bad you are at music, right? A lot of people have degrees in music, but they might not be as good as the degree. I've met a lot of people like that. But if you are good at music, if you are credibly good at music, yeah, then going all out might make sense. Eventually in life you will see, it's like this. A career in music involves a lot more uncertainty, okay? And especially when we went through the times like COVID, musicians literally went out of job. They had no sources of revenue for themselves. People started doing their own podcasts and started doing live streams, but that was minuscule compared to what they were getting using normal gigs. Yeah, so gigs अब they are back and gigs are happening, but right now the economy is not in a very good position, and arts generally don't prosper when the economy is in a bad state. Yeah, arts are like the least priority in general. So that's what makes it an uncertain and difficult career path. But if you are good at it, if you are hell-bent on making a career out of it, then go for it. But realize that the risk in that path is much higher. Okay, that's what I would tell you. अच्छा, बहुत सारे सवाल आ रहे हैं. Very nice. Aviral, is it so, man? Abhirup is saying, sir, how to get rid of an addiction? Yeah, depends on what the addiction is. हर एक चीज़ का अपना अपना होता है. अच्छा, so let's crack it. अच्छा, पहले मंथन का सवाल लेते हैं. For bike riding super bikes like ZX-10R or Hayabusa Triumph Rocket 3 GT. Bhai, if you are taller than 5'5", you can ride any bike. Okay. Maybe it will be a little difficult for you to reach seat heights of 840, 850 millimeters. That you can check on क्या कहते हैं, the specs of the motorcycle. Otherwise, see, height is not the only thing. The inseam, basically, आपकी legs कितनी लंबी हैं, that matters a lot. A lot of people are very tall, but their legs are tiny compared to their height, you know. So मेरी height दोस्त around 5'8" है, and in that height I can easily ride bikes with seat heights up to like 850, 860 millimeters, depending on how wide that seat is. Okay, if you have a very tall bike with a very tall, very wide seat, then your feet will not reach the ground properly, and that might be risky in some situations. ठीक है, तो for me, anything more than 840 millimeters, I am a little uncomfortable with that. Cool. So super bikes में देखो ऐसा है ना, super bikes are not meant for slow speed handling anyway. तो उसमें तो आपको जोर लगाना ही पड़ता है. Otherwise, if you are skilled enough, you can ride any motorcycle, no matter what your height is. Look at Marc Marquez. He's a tiny little guy, but he's an 8-time world champion MotoGP. तो उसको देखना कभी बाइक चलाते हुए. अच्छा, addiction की बात करेंगे अभिरूप. Just let me know what's the type of addiction you're talking about. Someone was asking me about how long does it take for you to plan a ride. Aditya is asking. And what are the things you keep in mind while planning for a long ride? Yeah, it's been a while since I've been doing these long rides, you know. And what I have now in my mobile phone is, it's a checklist. So whatever I have to pack, I just make sure I pack that before the ride. That makes my life easier, because in the moment human brains are very forgetful. Like if I put you on the spot and tell me a joke, it's quite unlikely that you'll be able to tell a good joke, right? Unless you're a stand-up comic. So I have a list which stops me from forgetting things. To a certain extent, I still forget things. Apart from that, maintaining the bike is very important. Yeah, and I try to keep my bikes maintained all the time. I don't just make them better just before the ride. So they have their constant intervals of maintenance kept with. ठीक है, तो वही बस अभी अफ्रीका पे राइड करूँगा. सो उसका सारा मैंने एक बारी, I got a general checkup done, just cleaned the air filter. I got new tires for it because the old tires were also almost gone, etc. You know, those things. तो वही है बस एक clean service of the motorcycle, making sure that that's good for the ride, and just a checklist for packing. I think that's more than enough, man. उसके अलावा तो क्या ही. बाकी हाँ, maintaining a certain level of physical health is very important, because on the motorcycle you are sitting in one position for prolonged periods of time, and at the same time, while you are just sitting, you need to be holding the bike strongly with your legs. Okay, a lot of people hold the bike with their hands, and that is a bad practice. You should hold the bike with your legs. Okay, the hands are just resting on the handlebars. You have seen in my videos, I just leave the handlebars and chill for some time, right? That's because the handlebars are not supposed to be manhandled. There's a term in motorcycling which goes like this: imagine you're holding two eggs in your hands. Yeah, so that's how lightly you should handle the handlebar. The only point of the handlebar is when you have to make slow turns. Okay, that's when the handlebar is mostly necessary. Otherwise, just to counter steer the motorcycle, just to put a little bit of pressure in, you know, where you want to turn it, That's why, yeah. ठीक है. So what I was coming at, sorry I keep digressing whenever I talk about motorcycles. The point that I was coming to is that you need to maintain a certain level of physical stamina and strength, because you're sitting in one position for a very long time. Your lower body takes a lot of it faces the brunt of the ride. So the lower body needs to be stronger, and that's why you need to maintain a certain amount of physical stamina and strength. And also if you drop the bike, you have to pick up the bike, so you need to be strong for that. तो वो भी मेंटेनेंस चलता रहना चाहिए. Nitin, no, I haven't watched that movie, man. Interesting. I'll have a look. Is it there on some common platform? The Ron Clark story. It seems to be something that I might enjoy. देखूंगा भाई. I've put it in a different tab for now. सर बैकलॉग का कीड़ा खत्म करने के बाद भी बढ़ जाता है. मनु, ये तो सारी जिंदगी चलता रहेगा दोस्त. जिंदगी में कभी ऐसा पॉइंट नहीं आएगा जब आपको लगेगा अरे वाह सब कुछ कर लिया अब चिल मारते. नहीं, कभी नहीं होगा. ये जिंदगी ऐसे ही चलेगी. तो आप भी क्या करो, जितना हो सके उतना करो. जो नहीं हो रहा उसको कवर करने की कोशिश करो. जो अल्टीमेटली कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा तो चिल मारो फिर. Roshant is asking, so what to do with neighbors who just keep on irritating you by asking about your ranks in colleges? Some neighbors, I haven't even seen them for a year, but they still appear out of nowhere. Since you don't see them for the majority of the time, just don't worry about them. Ultimately, you will move on into a college, you will go to a hostel, and you will not be interacting with these morons anymore. So just ignore them, man. Like that's the best you can do. And it teaches you a lesson for further life as well, कि भाई लोगों को इग्नोर करना ही पड़ता है. Abhiru, bro, that is a serious proper addiction, yeah. And first of all, consult a medical professional on how to go about it. They will give you a proper plan. They will give you medication to help you with it. You need to taper off. You can't just stop it in one go. So it needs medical attention, bro. That's what I can say, because some things need experts to deal with them. Yeah, मैं अपने फंडे नहीं दूंगा यहाँ पे, because if you wanna get rid of that addiction, it needs to be dealt with care and delicacy. Sorry, what am I saying? Sorry, wrong word. क्या बोलेंगे यार? It needs to be dealt with delicately. You got what I'm trying to say, right? Not with delicacy, I'm sorry. I mean, you can get addicted to food instead of that. It gives you a dopamine rush, but yeah, right. मंथन, अभी तो इनकम सोर्स कोई नहीं है दोस्त. अभी सेविंग्स पे काम चल रहा है. जब तक सेविंग्स हैं तब तक हम जिंदा हैं. जब सेविंग्स ख़त्म हो जाएंगी तो देखते हैं. देन वील सी व्हाट हैपन्स. भानु इज सेइंग हाउ टू फाइंड पैशन. भानु, ये ना पैशन वैशन जो वर्ड है ना, ये बहुत ही सोशल मीडिया की ट्रिक है. दिस इज़ जस्ट अ ट्रिक ऑफ सोशल मीडिया एंड मार्केटिंग टू मेक यू fall for the gimmicks of the world. Okay, human brains are meant to change and evolve continuously with time, and you will also realize that in life your interests and ideas will keep changing as you grow up. Okay, so what might seem like a passion in the current day and age might be okay. It might be that in the future you won't even think about those things. Okay, now it is always good that when you have the interest towards something, you give it all your energy and try to make something good out of it. Because if you think like we got a comment a little while back that, sir, I want to be a musician, but I believe that pursuing music and studying at the same time will just make me mediocre at both. So if you are interested in music, right now, then right now is a good time to devote your resources and energy towards the thing that you're interested in, because more energy, more is the likelihood of you achieving something good in it, right? So फाइंड नहीं करना है पैशन दोस्त, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है पैशन फाइंड करने की, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली द वर्ल्ड इज़ गोना एंड, एवरी वन इज़ गोना डाई वन डे, नो मैटर हाउ टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस्ड वी बिकम, the all the people on the planet right now will perish and new people will come in place of these people. So passion find करके क्या ही कर लोगे, मतलब eventually if everything is going to perish, right? So that's just one school of thought, that's called nihilism, and that just gives you the confidence, if you look at it positively, that whatever you do, just enjoy that and try to do whatever you enjoy. See the wordplay over there? Try to do what you enjoy and try to enjoy whatever you're doing. माधव is saying, सर बोर्ड्स भी गए, जेई भी गया, सब टैलेंट भी नहीं बचा. अरे भैया, सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट के लिए टिप्स तो मेरे पास यही है कि जितने ज़्यादा सवाल आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो पेपर के टाइप के, वो करो. ओके, मॉक टेस्ट देना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. और अगर आप जेई मेंस की तैयारी कर रहे हो तो जेई एडवांस लेवल के क्वेश्चन की तैयारी करना भी ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि जेई मेंस तभी आसान लगेगा जब जेई एडवांस्ड की पकड़ होगी, है ना. तो इसीलिए मेरा सजेशन यही है कि थ्योरी रिवाइज करना छोड़ दो, बार बार क्वेश्चंस की तरफ ध्यान दो. जितने अच्छे सवाल बनाओगे उतना अच्छा आपका रिजल्ट आएगा. इवेंचुअली मॉक टेस्ट की तरह बनाओगे तो और भी अच्छा रिजल्ट आएगा. ठीक है. निमिष सिंह, वाओ सर आज पूर्णतः हिंदी. मूड की बात होती है यार. टुडे आई कैन सी अ फ्यू कमेंट्स इन हिंदी, सो आई एम टेंडिंग टू रिप्लाई टू दोज इन द सेम लैंग्वेज. Shivaji is saying, why do you think teenage relationships are looked down upon in our society? Do you think it is healthy? See, there's nothing healthy or unhealthy about those things. It's just something that happens. Okay. Now, teenage relationships are looked down upon in our society because, unfortunately, till very recent times, people did not know about contraceptives. ठीक है, वो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है अपने देश की, कि लोगों को लगता है अपने पास कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव्स है ही नहीं. ठीक है, उनको लगता है कि भाई कुछ हो गया तो फिर दैट्स देयर मेंटालिटी. ओके, नाउ दिस इज वेयर इट केम फ्रॉम, एंड बैक इन द डे इट वाज अ जेन्युइन रिस्क. ठीक है ना. बट करते कराते वो इट्स जस्ट अ स्टिग्मा नाउ. There is no basis to it, and in modern societies, in bigger cities, that stigma is actually going away. With time, that stigma is actually going away. Parents are becoming more open-minded. When you would be a parent, say a decade, 2 decades from now, I don't know when, if you do become a parent, then you would not have that stigma against those relationships, right? ठीक है. तो that's the reason behind it. अब healthy and unhealthy की बात ये है कि more often than not, it tends to be unhealthy. Let me tell you why. Because you have realized that these years that you're living right now are very important for what your quality of life will be in the future. I am a person who doesn't believe in thinking about the future a lot, but you are in a certain age, yeah, जो आपकी 15 to 20 की age है, that age is very important, very crucial in terms of how you mold your brain, in terms of what challenges you take over, in terms of what education you get, in terms of the direction you take towards the future life, है ना. तो अच्छे कॉलेज में जाओगे तो probability बढ़ जाती है अच्छी लाइफ होने की, etc etc, right? So at this point of time you have a lot of energy as well. Most of that energy should be going into something productive. Most of that energy should be going into something that helps you have a better quality of life later on. Because trust me, in your age, if you see just 1 or 2 years of struggle, later on life will become much more comfortable. But I have also seen people who do not do well in your age, and later on they have to struggle a lot with life. Exceptions are always there in all of these categories, but वही है यार, वो अनहेल्दी इसलिए हो जाता है कि आप में एनर्जी बहुत सारी है, बट आप एनर्जी कहीं ऐसी जगह डाल रहे हो जिसका फ्यूचर में कोई निष्कर्ष ही नहीं निकलने वाला. या got it, bro. That's just my 2 cents on the issue. Let's crack it. See, being a content creator, thankfully these days is a lot more easy than it used to be earlier. You have access to the internet, you have your laptop, you have whatever you want to do with your creativity. You have mobile phones that can record anything and everything. तो करो भाई, उसमें तो आपको बाकी चीज़ें रोकने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है. You can keep on doing whatever you are doing and be a content creator at the same time, right? Nitin is saying, how did you cope when you first moved out of your parents' house? That phase is coming close and I'm used to having people around and my dog around me. I don't know what will I do. Nitin, so I have always been a little different compared to everyone else in this regard. Ki yaar, I never feel nostalgic about anything. I don't really get too attached to any situation around me. Okay, so when I was at home, but when I went to my grandparents' place, the only trouble that I had was उस घर में सारे काम करने वाले लोग थे, तो कभी कभी होता था कि खाना लेट मिलता था. That was the only problem that I faced. Otherwise I loved, being alone, having my own room, just studying, not interacting with anyone else in the family. My mom used to come and stay with me. नानी जी घर पे रह रहा था, तो मम्मी पापा के साथ थे ऑब्वियसली. तो बीच बीच में मम्मा आ जाते थे, फिर खाना भी बहुत मज़ेदार मिलता था. तो बस यार, उसके अलावा आई डिडंट रियली फेस एनी प्रॉब्लम. व्हेन आई वेंट टू IIT, द फर्स्ट 6 months in my hostel were really difficult because the kind of people that I had around me in the beginning 6 months, I did not like those people at all. Okay, our energies didn't match. Put whatever words you want to put over there, but I started feeling like, why did I put so much effort to get into IIT if I don't have good people around me, like-minded people around me? But eventually I realized I just have to look around, and I found like-minded people and good friends in the campus eventually. So bas bhai, that's what I don't really miss old situations. When I got out of college, the same thing. ऐसा नहीं था कि ओहो कॉलेज छोड़ के जा रहे हैं, जो बहुत लोगों को होता है. So yeah man, you'll get used to it. Eventually you will get used to it. Think of it as an opportunity to do something more with your life. Mohammad Murad, man, yes, welcome. Nimish, हाँ भाई, that's also because you haven't faced so many situations in teenage. Yeah, there are a lot of unfortunate people in the world who have to face really dire situations in their teenage as well. So they are more mature and stronger than other people of their age. Yeah, तो वो तो सिर्फ situations की बात है भाई, पर हाँ सही कह रहे हो. Satvik is saying, so do you think IIT is everything? If it doesn't happen, then what? IIT is not everything, bhai. It's just one college. Okay, there are infinite colleges out there. There are infinite types of opportunities even after college, in college. So bhai, सिर्फ एक college है, and getting into that college is good. You get to live in a certain environment. But even if you don't get to live in that environment, you will be living in a different environment, which is good in most cases. If it is not that great, you can make it better by putting more efforts. That's it. तो IIT सब कुछ नहीं है भाई, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. वो सिर्फ, again, it's a marketing gimmick eventually, man. How would I as a teacher sell you my classes if I can't guarantee you getting into the best college of the country? Simple, right? तो बस वही है. Aviral, bas bhai, since you have been preparing for so long, I think you know yourself better right now. So don't listen to anyone else's advice. Just do whatever you think is good for you in the examination. Mohammad Murad Singh, sir, आजकल आपका sleeping schedule क्या है? भाई वही वापस आ गया, sleeping at 4 AM and waking up at 11. बैक टू दैट गुड ओल्ड शेड्यूल. बट देखते हैं, अब राइड करनी है रेगुलरली तो उसके लिए भी शायद थोड़ा शेड्यूल चेंज करना पड़ेगा. Manu, I know, man, that happens. Math becomes exponentially more difficult when you get into 11th and 12th, and it'll become exponentially more difficult once you get into college. You'll be like, ये mathematics थोड़ी होती है. Let's crack it, cats. बढ़िया है भाई, मस्त हैं. निमिष से ही चाय पियो, बिस्कुट खाओ. हाँ भाई. खाओ पियो, ऐश करो. Vignesh, see, I'm not sure what exactly is your perspective right now, but I sense a little bit of the procrastinator's curse in there. कि चलो अभी तो ठीक नहीं है पर कल को कर लेंगे, कल को बढ़िया हो जाएगा. Tomorrow it'll be better. Okay, if not today, tomorrow I'll do it. Yeah, so I sense that somewhere. Please, previous year questions and mock tests are important. करो उसको, ठीक है. फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट के लिए I'm not sure whether you have enough time before the first attempt to do those, but eventually you should focus on those, man. Okay. Manthan Singh, which is your next bike? Bro, अभी तो कुछ सोचा भी नहीं है next bike के बारे में because I don't have the budget for it. budget आना शुरू होगा फिर सोचेंगे. Raj Surya, there is no best meme ever. Memes keep coming and going because they're memes, buddy. Meka Yashwant Singh, sir, can you please plan a meetup? Eventually I will. Once my vlogging channel reaches a 10,000 subscribers, then I can think of a meetup. Otherwise, अभी meetup रखूँगा तो हो सकता है सिर्फ मैं ही बैठा हूँ वहाँ पे meetup में. I don't want to be the only one in my own meetup, right? Nitin, but there are not a lot of people on Twitch. Geeks, nerds, gamers, yes. What about everyone else? Like me. I'm a geek and a nerd, but I'm not a gamer, so. Vignesh, it's fine, man. Hopefully later on in life you'll get good places to be at. Shrija, I am good. You tell me. Madhav, I had the same problem, bro. You'll do fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. I still have that problem. I can't see anything after like the next 1 year. एक साल का भी मुश्किल से ही दिखता है मेरे को. So what you are saying, I relate to it 100%. Don't worry about it. अभी जो चल रहा है उस पर फोकस करो. ठीक है. Nimish, yeah, that is true, man. Manthan, no, I haven't ridden it. I want to ride it, but I haven't gotten the opportunity to do that yet. Meka Yashwant, hopefully, man. Muhammad Murad, I am working nowhere currently, bro. मैं जॉब कहीं भी नहीं कर रहा अभी. घर पे बैठा चिल मार रहा हूँ, व्लॉग्स बना रहा हूँ, घूम फिर रहा हूँ और लाइव सेशंस दे रहा हूँ. So the answer is not just about the degree, it's about the kind of people that you're around. And obviously the people who have worked hard for something in their life have a little more developed brain in a lot of ways. तो ऐसा नहीं कि पूरा ही गिमिक है, बट हाँ ये कहना कि only IITs are everything, that is a gimmick. Working hard to achieve something in life is good. You should try it sometime. Vignesh, that's fine, man. Don't worry about pressures from external factors. You do you, bro, and I'm sure you'll do well. As a college student, I was an average student at academics, not good. Okay? I was more involved in extracurricular activities. I was a music secretary as well in my third year of college. I used to participate in a lot of events, being the show host, being a singer, being a beatboxer. I've done a few events of dance and stuff as well. So yeah, I was more interested in the other things in life. So I just maintained an average score in my academics. It depends on person to person what you want to do, what you don't want to do. There are a lot of people who focus solely on academics. There are a lot of people who are focusing on both academics and extracurricular activities and still doing great at both. Depends on you, man. Ayush is saying, so how much money do you think is good enough? For what? For just living a chill, peaceful life? Enough money that you can pay your rent and afford food every month. If you want to buy a Lamborghini, then you need a lot more money, bro. So the question needs more depth. Madhav, I know, man, because that, something like that happening to you is literally a life-changing experience, and only you know how you've coped up with it. But don't worry too much about not being able to see past 25. That's fine. Okay. Lingeshwaran, I don't remember exactly what was my score in JEE Advanced. My rank was All India 3410. Vignesh, no, I don't know any programming languages. Do you have a dream ride? Aditya, I would want to ride everywhere and anywhere and everywhere, essentially. So there's no dream ride. The dream is to ride. Okay. Reshmi, I've been good. You tell me what's going on in life. Sudarshan is saying, so how to stop overthinking? I think so many things that will never ever happen. See, we are humans, right? And this is what makes us different from other animals. So of course you're going to think about a lot of things. What I suggest you to do is to take at least one of those things that you're thinking about and act on it. At least one. Maybe one of the things that you think about, maybe, is that you want to build a good physique. You want to build good stamina. You want to have good strength. Start working on it. Yeah, start going to the gym or start running or start cycling or do some sports or martial arts, I don't know, but execute at least one of those thoughts. When you start executing, you realize the efforts that go into execution. That will do two things. One, it will streamline your thoughts better. You will now start thinking of things that you can execute. And second, it will make you good at executing other things as well. Yeah. Siddha Karnoor Singh is saying, so your favorite car? Any fast car is my favorite car. ऐसा मैं भेदभाव नहीं करता. People just give me 1 minute. I realize that I don't have the charger to the laptop over here. So I'll play the song for you. You chat with yourselves in just a minute. I'll be back with the charger so that we don't end the session abruptly. Just give me a minute, okay? Yup, I'm back. Lingeshwaran, I'm not sure about that, buddy. Only the time will tell. Future जब आएगा तभी बताएगा भाई. Reshmi, yo, what plans for my next trip? I'm leaving on a long motorcycle ride tomorrow or day after. I don't know. As soon as I'm ready with packing and stuff. तो बस फिर जाएंगे नॉर्थ की तरफ. I'll go towards the hills and it'll be a long journey. That's the plan for now. Tattva is good, Nitin. Tattva is really good. So make sure you do that along with what I'm doing. Tattva has previous year questions as well, I think. If it doesn't, then make sure you put in some previous year questions as well for every chapter that you're completing. Catalyst और Alchemist, यार दोनों में almost similar quality है. For my whatever sessions I've taken on Alchemist or Catalyst, very similar quality. Just go ahead. Rock, one reason is because Supreet already has a Harley, and it's literally like I have a Harley because I can go to his house anytime and pick up the keys and ride that motorcycle. So वही है, मतलब अपन दोनों में एक pact सा है that we won't buy the same things as each other. We would maintain some variety. So that's the first reason why I don't have a Harley. Second is I like a lot more speed, and Harleys are not as fast as other super bikes, so that's why. मेका यशवंत, देखो यार अभी तो मेरा कोई व्यू नहीं है उसके बारे में. I haven't done enough research. Neither am I someone who understands the problems of those people, so I won't comment on it, man. Rock is saying, sir, keep a meetup in the north. As I said, man, as soon as my vlogging channel reaches 10,000 subscribers, I would start planning meetups as well. See, I didn't say that exactly. If I did say that verbatim, I'm pretty sure I didn't. But if I did say something similar to that, let me tell you that I'm not really a cold-hearted person. I am someone who knows how to control emotions when the need arises. Okay, I try to look at things from a pragmatic eye rather than an emotional eye, although I do things from an emotional standpoint as well. वो भी करता हूँ. But again, I'm not emotional in the sense that everyone else is. Yeah, मेरे emotions अलग type के हैं. Everyone has different emotions. I don't know how to put that in words. I don't know anecdotes or analogies that I can give you to support that claim. Yeah, so if I said that I'm a cold-hearted person, let me change that statement. I'm not a cold-hearted person as such, but I tend to make, I don't know how to put that in words. My thought process is different from what I've seen in a lot of other people. Vignesh, cool man, all the best. Take care. Satvik, I met them back in November. Harnoor, electric cars will take over petrol cars if we don't find alternative petrol. If you are not able to manufacture a fuel which supports internal combustion, then we will move to electric. Okay, a lot of people say that electric is better for the future because it causes less pollution. That is absolute garbage, because the carbon footprint of manufacturing an electric vehicle is way more than the carbon footprint of manufacturing an internal combustion vehicle. Okay, and when it comes to running, of course, while running, internal combustion engine creates a lot more pollution, but the scales balance only after say 10 years of both of them running constantly. ठीक है, तो yeah, just a second, people. Nitin, yeah, man. Shivaji, I will try to do so. Okay, I will try to do so. But depend करता है यार internet कैसा रहेगा, background कैसा रहेगा. If I have quiet places and good internet, then I might do conversation sessions if I get the time to do so. But mainly my focus would be on the ride and the vlogging part of the ride. Yeah. Sure, Muhammad Salman. I would definitely try to go to those places as well. Rock, I don't have a car collection, buddy. Nihilist, bro, I agree with your thought process, man. It's not necessary to work hard and flex. If you're satisfied with just being mediocre everywhere, then good. But again, that's one innate human characteristic that no one likes to be mediocre. Everyone eventually accepts being mediocre if they can't do anything great, but no one likes to be mediocre from the get-go. That's human evolution, man. That's how we evolved so much, because of that curiosity that we have in us. Shankaran, see, no matter what is happening in the mock test, you have to take the final examination, right? Just go for it, man. Don't worry too much about it. Everyone else will be scared in the test. Nathan, it's okay, bro. Manthan, there are certain issues that are coming up with electric vehicles for now, but it's like this, man. Electric vehicles are very new, isn't it? So obviously there will be some issues that pop out, and eventually we will figure out how to handle those issues. So हो जाएगा, वो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. अभी हाँ थोड़ी unsafe हो सकती हैं चीज़ें, but eventually people will figure out how to make them safer. That's the same for internal combustion engines also. Yeah. Nowadays cars are much safer than what they were, say, 20 years back. Rock, if I have a certain amount of money and you tell me whether I should buy a car or a motorcycle, I will always go for a motorcycle. Okay, that's why I have so many in my garage. Lingeshwar is saying, how much has YouTube changed your life? I don't know how to put it in words, buddy, because I've never thought about it as such. I always wanted to be in a profession where I'm on stage, I'm in front of people, and that is something that YouTube allows me to do very well. There have been times when I've been in front of a much larger audience. There have been times when I've been in front of a much smaller audience as well. But the only thing is that once you keep doing this again and again and again, the charm, the excitement of being in front of so many people sort of disappears. So there are times in life when you realize that it's just something that you have to do for sustenance, but then you realize and you remember once again why you wanted to do it, and then the charm comes back up again. That's true for everything in life, right? So वही है man, just ये कहूँगा कि I went into education at a good time, and it allowed me to grow professionally really well in the years it boomed online. Yeah. तो बस वो उस चीज़ ने help किया. Because I have just one car, right? So that's not a collection. वो खड़ी है बेचारी Honda Accord, कभी कभी चलती है. उसका कुछ ना कुछ, it's such an old car, something or the other keeps happening to it. Cool, let's crack it. See ya. Rock, that's true, man. Electric vehicles can't match the internal combustion engine sounds. The sound will always be. The future generations might not even know about it. Venkat is saying, what did you eat in dinner tonight? I had a pizza. SKR is saying, what do you think about the poaching culture going on in Kota? Elaborate more. किस चीज़ की poaching हुई है? Lots of poaching going on everywhere. Make Yashwant is saying, sir, as someone who studies quite a lot on YouTube, I always get this doubt that why is someone giving away free services? It's just marketing, buddy. Yeah. Unit economics, economics of scale, whatever you want to call it. But it's like this. If I am able to reach 1 million people, maybe 1% of them will buy my paid classes, and then I'll earn money and live a good life. That's it. So the businesses realize that the best way to gain attention of students online is to give them classes for free. And then they wanting more quality, more attention, better teachers, better content, etc. Some of them would purchase their main course, their main paid offering. Yeah. Now the thing is that we live in such a populous world that even if 0.01% of the country's population decides to purchase or invest in a business, billionaires, man. Nihilist, I don't know, buddy. Not a millionaire. वो जब होगा तब देखेंगे. Rock, it's a lot of work to open a restaurant, man. I've had those ideas, but it's a lot of work. I don't think I have the gumption. Nitin, is okay, man. Next time. No worries. Astonishing world, poaching किस चीज में भाई? Poaching, you know, there are literally thousands of meanings of the word poaching, right? Some coaching institutes poach students from other coaching institutes. Some coaching institutes poach teachers. Some businesses poach employees from other क्या कहते हैं, businesses. Yeah. Poaching, the literal meaning of it is illegal trafficking and killing of wildlife. So why are you talking about that poaching? Which one? Tell me. Shivaji, yeah, man, seems like it. अरे भाई वो चलता रहेगा, ये इस इंडस्ट्री में कब से चल रहा है एसके यार. पोचिंग ऑफ टीचर्स हैज बीन गोइंग ऑन इन दिस इंडस्ट्री फॉर since the industry began. तो चिंता मत करो उसकी, चलेगा. Shankaran, I'm running out of money every single day, man. I'm spending and not earning. Savings, भैया समझो, बार बार एक ही सवाल काहे पूछ रहे. Got some savings and let's see how long they last. I have no idea about that, Rock. Let's see what time has to tell. Yeah. जनता क्या यार, वही घिसे पिटे सवाल क्यों पूछ रहे हो? कुछ अच्छा पूछो. वही चीजें बार बार काहे. Vignesh is asking, sir, how do you know something or the other about every topic? I don't know something or the other about every topic. There are a lot of questions that I tell that I can't answer. But if you think I have knowledge about a lot of things in the world, that's because I was born in the time of the internet. When I was young, I had the internet and I would use it to acquire information. I used internet for entertainment purposes as well when I was your age, but most of my usage of the internet was to gain more information. That was my entertainment. So whatever information I could get from YouTube videos or reading or whatever, I just do that. So that's what, man. Spend enough time on the internet doing good things. You'll also know a lot about the world. समझ गए? Venkatesh, don't worry about it since the exam is tomorrow. Forget about hydrogen because right now it's not the time to start studying hydrogen. Sudhanshu Singh, so your thoughts on Osho and Sadhguru? That question is very difficult to answer because no matter what I say, I'll end up disappointing someone or the other. Yeah. So let's just put it this way. People who are intellectually advanced, people who are intellectually different, people who tend to see the world in a way that's different than other people, tend to attract other mindsets around them because, as I told you, it's a natural tendency for humans, their brains, to try and evolve and do something better, go beyond what you already are. Some people do it in materialistic terms, some people do it in intellectual terms. Okay, so whenever there is a certain personality in a certain society that thinks differently, people would get attached to that personality. Now depends on the outreach of that person eventually. Sadhguru and Osho have been able to build international outreach. That's where I'll end my answer for that. ठीक है. Lingeshwaran is saying your go-to quote in life. Nothing like that, buddy. Nothing like that. Nitin, I am not sure why that happens, because as far as I know, at night the internet speeds should be better, right? Because a lot of people go to sleep. Vikas is saying, what's the difference between Pani Wale V4 and V4R? Lots of difference, bro. The thing is, V4 is starting range. Okay, it has cheaper suspension. It has heavier parts here and there. The V4R has lots and lots of carbon fiber and lots of light parts everywhere, and way more advanced suspension, electronically controlled suspension, etc. Exact details you can see online, what's the difference, but mainly, yeah, V4R is lighter and more expensive, V4 is heavier and less expensive. Engine in both of them is the same, but the package around the engine is different. Astonishing world. I have very strong opinions on that topic, but unfortunately I won't be able to voice them online. See, you get what I mean, right? SKR is saying, sir, any bad incident that happened at IIT Bombay to you and how you reflected upon it in a positive light? It's a very difficult question to think of, man. As I said, if you put someone on the spot and tell them to tell a joke, they can't remember about it. So do one thing. By the next chat session, I might have an answer for that. Stay tuned. Rock, just start watching Shashi Tharoor's videos, man. You'll gain enough words to last your lifetime. Harnoor, no, I don't watch football, man. Parth is saying, tips for 19-year-olds. Grow up to become 20-year-olds. No specific advice, man. Just do what you're doing and enjoy whatever you're doing. At least try to. Madhav, so that means you're not good at planning, bro. A plan is only good if it gets executed, otherwise it's a bad plan. So since you're bad at planning, stop planning, start doing. Venkatesh, I woke up at 10:30 or 11 in the morning today. Astonishing world. I think you got my answer. SKR, no, he's a very close friend of mine. He's not a relative of mine in the conventional sense. Lingeshwaran, as I said, man, there's no specific quote like that. I don't like to live by quotes, honestly. Cooking epic fail that you experienced in college? Yaar, epic fail to nahi, par if you have seen the most popular video that I have on YouTube, that is my cooking channel. Yeah, पीछे horns की आवाज आ रही थी. So in the cooking channel I have a video saying the easiest chicken recipe ever or something. Yeah, that I used to make it every day when I was in my final year of college. I had an induction cooktop set up in my room. Covertly I had kept it there. And I used to make chicken every single day. Why? Because I was going to the gym at that time and I wanted protein and I couldn't eat eggs because I'm allergic to eggs, so I had to just get chicken from the market every day. I used to take my bicycle, ride for 4 kilometers, come back. That was a nice cardio workout as well. So वो मैं रोज बनाता था and I was an expert at it. And at the same time, one of my friends, Atish, he was also going to the gym. We both used to go to the gym, although we went to different gyms, but yeah, we both were working out in those days. So he used to come to my place. He used to come to my hostel room every single day to have chicken with me. Yeah, we used to share the costs, but I was the chef. So I used to cook chicken every day for myself and him, and we used to have that specific recipe every single day, and every day it tasted delicious. Yeah, there's something about it. Then one fine day he's like, okay, I'll bring more of my friends, ठीक है, and then we'll all have chicken together. That day I was like, okay, आज तो बहुत सारा chicken बनाएंगे, मस्त खाएंगे. And that day when more people had come, I enthusiastically just put more salt than I should have. Chicken being chicken, if you put more salt, it becomes way too salty. So that was a very big fail. That it was a recipe that I was making every single day, but when more people were there to eat it, बहुत ही खराब बनी थी वो. इतना ज़्यादा नमक था कि कोई खा ही नहीं पाया उसको eventually. Madhav, if you know if there's a solution to procrastination, then just let me know, bro. Even I don't know. I've just stopped planning altogether. I just know what to do and I do it whenever I can. That's what helped me. If I plan, then I will never be able to meet the plan. Nitin, yeah, man, sure, someday. Lingeshwaran, it depends on the mood, bro. If it's summertime, then mountains. If it's wintertime, then beaches. As simple as that. If beaches had better weather, I would love to just live there. But it's too hot and humid throughout the year, so I just can't. That's why you gotta throw in a little bit of mountains as well, right? Sarah Jen is saying, what are your go-to leisure activities? Riding, sleeping, eating, watching TV. Pretty much. Venkatesh, I know, man. I know. कोई बात नहीं, आ जाएंगे फिर से. Bangalore is chill, man. निश्चित. It's got beautiful weather all around the year. Satvik, the only sports I follow as such is MotoGP. Nothing else these days. I used to follow lawn tennis back in the day when I was in school, but उसके बाद वो कभी नहीं follow किया. Manthan, maybe 2 months after I'm done with my long ride and I come back and I have enthusiasm to restart my cooking channel, I might do that then. ठीक है, बढ़िया. So people, I can see that we've already spent more than an hour over here, and I've answered a lot of your questions today. Actually, I have to prepare for the ride that's coming up, so I won't extend this live session to 1.5 or 2 hours. Just 5 minutes more maximum, and then I will wrap it up. So if you've got any pressing concerns, then ask them right now. Precisely, Madhav. That's what helped me. That's exactly what helped me. And that also helped me eliminate things that I don't want to do. Yeah. Because if you have a plan, then you're like, हाँ इतने से इतने time में ये हो जाना चाहिए, तो अभी मैं ये कर लेता हूँ. But when you don't have a plan, you know that this is the only thing you got to do. So everything else just takes a back foot. That actually helped me. Shivaji, yeah, man. I think that's gonna last till the end of time. Rock is saying, sir, does knowing how to play guitar and singing help in college to impress? Being good at any certain talent is good. I mean, helps you impress other people. And it's more about the confidence that you have in yourself and how woke you are as a person. If you are a desperate, clingy, creepy guy, no one's gonna get impressed by you. Yeah? वो कहता है ना, जाकिर खान कहता है ना, सख्त लौंडा. सख्त होना जरूरी है भाई, तभी लोग इम्प्रेस होते हैं, ऐसे नहीं. सारा जैन सिंह, व्हेन डू यू वांट टू रिटायर? डिफाइन रिटायरमेंट. अगर रिटायरमेंट के बाद सिर्फ घूमना फिरना है तो आई वुड वांट टू रिटायर राइट नाउ. अगर रिटायरमेंट के बाद बस घर पे पड़े रहना है और घुटने खराब होके डॉक्टर के पास जाना है, तो आई वुड नेवर वांट टू रिटायर. Thanks, Lingeshwaran. What web series am I watching right now? I'm just re-watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I haven't started anything new as of now. Just following MotoGP every Sunday, because most of the other time these days I don't have time to follow any web series. I watch a few random videos on YouTube related to motorcycles, working out and vlogging, Apart from that, no specific series that I'm following. एडवांस के लिए नैतिक सवाल करो, एडवांस लेवल के मॉक टेस्ट करो, अपने आप को ट्रेन करो कि आप एडवांस लेवल के टाइम स्लॉट्स में अच्छे से परफॉर्म कर पाओ. दिन के 6 घंटे आपका दिमाग चालू रहना चाहिए, उसके लिए ट्रेनिंग करो अपनी, अच्छे अच्छे सवाल सॉल्व करो, मॉक टेस्ट दो, इवेंचुअली यू विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड वेल फॉर एडवांस्ड. एस्टोनिशिंग वर्ल्ड सिंह, रिटायरमेंट से पहले शादी होती है, ये ज़रूरी है क्या? ऐसा तो नहीं है. Not necessary, bro. Madhav, don't consciously work towards a certain direction. Just let it be, man. Stop thinking too much about things. Just go with the flow. जो चल रहा है उसके हिसाब से करो चीजें. Do what's best for situations around you. Manthan Singh, which vlogger do you follow? Yeah, recently I was watching Jat Prabjot's videos again. He did 2 or 3 really good trips. So yeah, that's what I was watching these days. Before that I was watching Khanna Omkar's videos a little. Uske pehle I was watching JS Films. But wahi hai, matlab, there is always a phase in a vlogger's life when they are entertaining. So I watch them and then it fades out, so I don't watch it, and then again I start watching their videos. It just goes like that, man. You should do bachelor's in architecture in that scenario, Rock. If you know that you want to do B.Arch, then you should do B.Arch. Yeah. Bhanu is saying your bucket list, it's too long. Even I don't know what's the exact number of constituents of my bucket list. It's too long, man. Like, I don't have a tiny little limited mindset bucket list. नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. Harjot, man, welcome. For the last 7 months I have been somewhere on YouTube. Moon Knight, here it is. वो थोड़ा साइड पे पड़ा है, फ्रेम में नहीं आ रहा. Venkatesh, not in every vlog, but yeah, the breakfast places that we go to on Sundays generally, they make good masala dosa. ठीक है, Harnoor, I'll do beatboxing next time around, man. Not feeling like doing that right now. It's okay, Nitin, not a problem, man. We'll keep having these live sessions eventually. Rock, bro, if nothing else works out in life, then I will get back to education and something like that will happen. Okay? Please don't pray for it. Because you are eventually going to be in the college. So you get the point, right? Anyway, people, so I'm also going to take your leave right now. Thank you so much for joining in. It was a nice conversation session as usual with all of you. My humble request to you is to please share this with just one friend of yours. I'm not saying it, I'm not telling you to put on Instagram and shout out loud. No, just one friend. Hey, you might enjoy this. Just have a look. Maybe share my vlogging channel, maybe share my live session channel, whatever you fancy. Okay, so hit that thumbs up button, stay subscribed, and leave a comment down below. Do whatever helps the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to see you in the next one. I'm not sure whether it's happening the next week or not because I'll be traveling. Chalo, see you soon. You'll catch me in my vlogs very, 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 very soon. Bye bye.